We are with the infamous Clark and Kent. Thanks for joining us, boys. It's good to see you. Just give us a little bit of history and a bit of lowdown on the track. I know it's got we had the European Championships and stuff like that. Just tell us, where did this track come from?
Yeah, as you're well aware, Chris, track construction started in 2017, obviously the 2018 European Championships, elite level event. Since then, we've gone on to tame it down a little bit, make it a little bit more inclusive for the younger age groups. Obviously, we've got to be considerate. You know, we've got 8 and under as the youngest category, and I think it's looking pretty good for the event.
And was the track initially built just for the European Championships originally?
Primarily it was built for them originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously with consideration to the legacy as well thereafter, but primarily it was an elite level race, so it was pretty out there within reason, quite steep and deep. Probably not to everybody's taste, I guess, originally. I think we've sort of tamed it back a little bit though, made a few nice little subtle changes just to increase the flow and safety for all the users. Yeah. We like it, we think it's a good track.
There was rumours that Kyle and Kai had a say in the design because they took 1 and 2 at the European Championships. Is that right?
Oh, no comment.
And in terms of, I know that you said you've made a few changes. What's changed from the European Championships to the World Championships? What changes have happened with the track?
Everything and nothing.
Yeah.
What changes can you identify? So ultimately we've used a lot of surface material, mellowing a number of jumps out, making things a little bit smoother, a little bit safer, increasing the flow just mainly for the youngsters and just to make the track as raceable as possible.
The main
ultimately
change was jumping to the second corner really.
Yeah.
It was previously a rising triple. Obviously it's quite tall previously for the younger users. So we made that into a step up table and it should be decent for everyone and safe and it flows well. So I've been told.
And in regards to like the changes, who decides whether it's going to get changed? Is it like, do you guys watch the races and think actually we maybe could have changed that a little bit and come back, or is it the UCI? Is it a bit of a mix?
Yeah, so ultimately there was a UCI report was compiled following the 22 World Cup. Obviously they identified bits and pieces that could be improved with consideration of the younger riders in anticipation of this event. So we had a rough design brief, didn't we? This needs addressing, that needs addressing, and then we came up with, the best solutions for the perceived issues.
I must say, boys, it looks like a piece of absolute beauty. The only thing I can compare it to is like the London Games, because I mean, when I got to the London Games in that stand and looked at it, it's like a work of art. And you come here, I mean, have a look at that. Look at that track. It looks, look at that. It looks absolutely incredible.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Hopefully, in terms of the weather and stuff like that, because we are up in Glasgow, are you confident that it won't make any much difference to this track? Famous last words.
No comment. No, it should be good. It's pretty weatherproof. In all fairness, it's very similar spec to what we use, all over the place. Very confident it should hold the weather very well.
Yeah.
It looks it. I think so. And can I just say, any upcoming tracks that you can, that we can get some inside scoop on that are on the horizon? I mean, I know you get proper pissed off, excuse my French, for me messaging you on Instagram every week, like, where's that? And you're like, I can't tell you.
Keep your eye on our social media.
At Clark Kent Contractors. The reality of it is, Chris, to be honest with you, the larger tracks have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's quite a saturated market with regards to that. Obviously, they take a lot of upkeep and require clubs, but certainly at community level, there's lots of pump tracks.
We got upcoming
tarmac
pump tracks
and skate parks.
Upcoming skate parks. We're in Peterborough right now. Keep your eye on that one. Only down the road from you.
We might be, may or may not be doing a little couple of days touch at the indoor. Post competition here. So.
Inside scoop, did you say the indoor?
Maybe just take a few bumps out, something like that.
You heard it here first. Is that before the national or after?
No comment. That's going to be pretty much straight after here, all being well. Next couple of weeks, just a little bit of surfacing, smoothing a few bumps and bits and pieces, just increase the flow in a couple of areas. Apart from that, large tracks, there's not an awful amount on, is there really? That we've not got anything confirmed. Let's say competition, regional or national. Up to install a start gate up at Bedlington next month or so, just a little pro start gate. Apart from that, there's scores of tarmac pump tracks to do all over the place, really. Quite a good workload in front of us, but if you need something building, give us a shout.
No, I love that. Boys, listen, I will say probably on behalf of the BMX community, obviously, you know, 30 years of UK racing myself, like, you guys will never know the impact that you've had on the sport in the sense of, no, like the tracks. But like bringing us into like, you know, because you used to go, but you used to go to the Worlds in like France 20 years ago, and the tracks were like this then. And in the UK, it was never like that. And you guys have just like really upped the level. And I think as a sport, and you know, if you look at the athletes coming through, you've got to have the tracks that match that. And as far as where I'm concerned, you guys are, you know, #1 leaders in that, and helping the UK sport kind of grow and progress. You know, we've seen the GB guys practice today. Look how many people are here. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good numbers. Like you say, I guess originally we started primarily because we wanted to make better tracks, didn't we? Riders ourselves would be able to sort of turn up at a track and, you know, box it all off within the first lap or two. And a pair of middle-aged experts, it's not really, you know, the best position to be in. So, yeah, like you say, we always wanted to make the tracks a little bit more challenging. Perhaps we went a little bit far when we started.
Well, I mean, that's the opinion of some 40-plus cruiser guys.
Yes,
you know.
Hey, steady on. We don't want to offend the cruiser guys.
No, we enjoy it. Like you say, obviously we like to make challenging tracks, but at the same time, something like this needs to be safe and rideable for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, so that everyone's racing each other as opposed to racing the facility as such. So.
Makes sense. Boys, final one. This is a bit more of a personal one. Is the back garden still running? Because I'm waiting for a Team Hype day and the back garden. You know, what's...
We'll do a bit of maintenance.
Yeah, we can make it happen. We can make it. Still exists. Needs a little bit of maintenance, but you know,
never too far off.
No. So is that a yes? We can have a Team Hype at
anytime, Chris.
Hey, it's one BMX family, guys.
You see that?
More than welcome anytime.
There you go. You heard it here. Cheers, boys.
Fantastic.
Nice one,